say. I think I might go say hello.
Or the bees keep the mice out. I don't know which.
I was wondering what those mouse traps are doing there. Not very likely there'd be mice on a nice leg.
Well, not very likely, perhaps, but we can't have them scurrying all around. You must be well provided for everything. That's why I have these anklets around my feet.
Well, what are they for?
They're to guard against the bites of sharks. There are sharks out there. They're brown, and they stick out of the ground. You're warned. Now maybe you can help me with this one. What can I use this for?
Oh, I think that's a plate we use plum cakes for.
Then I must go and find one of those cakes.
doing? They can't have anything to write down. The trial hasn't even begun.
They are putting their names down for fear they should forget them during the trial.
Stupid thing.
Silence in the court! Harold, read the accusation.
The queen, with her good heart, made some tarts all on a summer's day. The knave of her heart, he stole those tarts and took them quite away.
Consider yourself guilty!
Not yet, Your Majesties, there's still more to come.
Very well. Call the first witness.
Calling the first witness, bring forth the Hatter.
Just let me look in my room.
My tea when I was sent for.
You ought to have finished. When did you begin?
14th of March, I think it was. 15th. Well, there you have it. The 16th.
Write it down. Take off your hat!
It isn't mine.
Servant!
Keep them to tell. I'm none of my own. I'm a hatter.
Give your evidence and don't be nervous. Or I'll have you executed on the spot. Give your evidence, or I'll have you executed whether you're nervous or not.
Oh, I'm a poor man, Your Majesties, and I hadn't quite begun my tea, not above a week or so. And what with the bread and butter getting so thin and the twinkling of the tea.
The twinkling of what?
It began with the tea.
Of course twinkling begins with a tea. What do you take me for, a dance?
I'm a poor man, and most things twinkled after that. Only the rabbit said...
I did not.
You did!
I deny it.
He denies it. Leave that part out.
At any rate, after that I got some more bread and butter.
Well, what did the rabbit have to say?
That I can't remember.
You must remember. I'll have you executed.
Poor man, Your Majesty!
You're a very poor speaker. If that is all you know, you may stand down.
I can't go no lower. I'm on the floor as it is.
Then you may sit down.
I'd rather finish my tea.
You may go. Just take his head off. Out his eyes. Enough. Call the next witness.
Alice.
Oh, here. Oh, I beg your pardon.
What do you know of this business?
Nothing.
Nothing whatever.
Nothing whatever.
That's very... Can you answer useful questions? For example, how is bread made?
Oh, I know the answer to that. First, you take some flour.
Where do you pick the flour? In the garden or in the hedges? No!
It's not picked at all, you see. It's round.
How many acres of ground? You mustn't leave so many things out. Precisely. Like, what is the French for fiddle dee dee?
But fiddle dee dee is not English.
Whoever said it was.
Well, if you only tell me what language fiddle dee dee is in, I'll gladly tell you the French for it.
Queens never make bargains.
I wish queens would never ask questions.
New evidence has just been found, Your Majesties. I picked up this piece of paper.
What's in it?
I don't know yet, but it seems to be a letter from the prisoner to somebody.
Who's it directed to?
Well, it isn't directed to anyone. There's nothing really written on the outside at all. Oh, why, it isn't even a letter. It seems to be a set of prose.
Are they in the prisoner's handwriting?
No, and that is the oddest thing of all.
He must have imitated somebody's hand. You there! Did you do it?
I didn't do it, Your Majesties, and they can't prove I did, for there's no name written at the bottom of it.
If you didn't sign your name, that only makes the matter worse. You must have meant some mischief. Otherwise, you would have signed your name like an honest man.
That proves his guilt, of course. So off with!
Nothing of the sort. We don't even know what's in them.
Read them.
Where should I begin, Your Majesties?
Begin at the beginning. Go till you come to the end. Then stop.
They told me you had been to her and mentioned me to him. She gave me a good character, but said I could not swim. He sent them word I had not gone. We knew it to be true. If she should push the matter on, what would become of you? I gave her one, they gave him two. You gave us three or more, they all returned from him to you, though they were mine before. If I or she should chance be involved in this affair, he trusts to you to set them free exactly as we were. My notion was that you had been, before she had its fit, an obstacle that came between him and ourselves in it. Don't let him know she liked them best, for this must ever be a secret, kept from all the rest, between yourself and me.
Well, that's the most important piece of evidence we've heard yet. So now we'll let the jury.
Then, to make any sense of it, I'll give them $100. I don't think there's an atom of meaning to it.
If there's no meaning, let's save a word of trouble, for we needn't try to find it. And yet, I seem to see some meaning in the verses after all. Said I could not swim. You can't swim, can you?
Does it look like it?
All right, so far.
We know it to be true. Well, that's a jury, of course. Now, should she push the matter on, that must be the queen. What would become of you? What indeed? I gave her one, they gave him two. Well, that must be what happened to the
But
times.
then it goes on to say they all returned from him to you.
Why, there they are. Nothing can be clearer than that. Then again, before she had this fit, I never had a fit, my dear.
It must be a pun. Well, now we'll let the jury consider the verdict.
No, no, sentence first, verdict afterwards.
Stuff and nonsense. The idea of having a sentence first.
Hold your tongue.
I won't.
Up with her head!
Oh, who cares for you? You're all protected by nothing but a pack of cards. Living on a chessboard. This is nothing but a game.
Up with her head!
A boat beneath the summer sky, lingering as the days go by, in an evening in July. Children three nestle near, eager eye and willing ear, pleased a simple tale to hear. Long has paled that sunny sky, autumn frosts have slain July. Still, she haunts me fat and wise. children, yet the tale to hear, eager eye and willing ear, lovingly nestle near, living in a wonderland, dreaming as the days go by, dreaming as the summers die, ever drifting down the stream. Life, what is it but a dream?